So hello everyone, I am back with another video. The subject I am going to cover is drilling engineering, and the book I have referred to prepare this content is Applied Drilling Engineering SPE by Adam T. And the chapter number that I am going to cover in this lecture is rotatory drilling process. This is the basic introduction. You can reach me via email. This is my email ID. Let's move to the next slide. So in this slide, we are going to talk about the classification of rotatory drilling rig, right? So the whenever you are going to perform the drilling operation, the first question is come into the mind is where you are going to drill, whether you are going to the drill or well on the land, or you are going to the drill on the well on the marine. So we need to identify this thing. When you are able to identify this thing, then we can say that okay, so I have to drill the well on the land, or I have to drill the well on the marine. So based on that, these are the classification based on the land and the offshore or land. These are the classification of the rig today we are going to cover. So the rotatory drilling rig is classified into the two types, marine and the land, right? Rotatory drilling is classified into the two types, which is nothing but the uh, marine and the land. So when we the main agenda of the drilling technology is this side. So we have to focus on this particular things, that is land. So the drilling rig is further classified into two types, conventional and the mobile rig. And the mobile rig is further classified into the jackup and the portable mast rig. So we will going to discuss this thing in detail, so don't worry about it. Let's go to the offshore. Marine is further, it is also called the offshore, right? So these rig are classified into the two types, that is the bottom supported and the floated, right? These supported is further divided into the three types, that is platform type, burst type and the jacob rig. And the floated supported is further classified into some submersible submersible and the drill ship, right? Now if you go to the further classification of, that is the self content and the tender type. So we will discuss this thing in the details, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. If you are going to the let's discuss about the offshore. I will discuss some basic thing because this is not our course content, right? But as a part of a drilling engineer, we have to know the some basic things, right? So marine rig, coming to the marine rig. So this rig is for, as I told you, that is the rig operated in the seabed or ocean or lake, or generally we call offshore rig, right? So these further, there are two types of classification as I discussed earlier, that is nothing but the bottom supported rig and the floated rig. Let's discuss one by one so that we can understand some fundamental thing. Okay, so the rig is supported by the seabed or ocean floor, it comes under the bottom supported. The first one is the first one is the first one is the like first one is the platform rig, right? And the second one is the birch rig, and the third one is the jacob type. I will just discuss the basic things. Okay, I'm not going to into detail because these are the not part of our lecture, right? Install on the fixed offshore platform, right? This is the things used for the long term production and the drilling. When you want to the when you want your production for a longer period of time, such type of rig is platform type of rig you are going to use, and suitable for the shallow as well as moderate water depth, right? These are the basic things. Like now next one is the birch type of rig, mounted on the floated birch. Okay, used in a shallow water and rivers, right? Easy to move from the one location to the another location. This is the advantage of the birch rig, right? Now coming to the next rig is, that is nothing but the jacob, right? Jacob rig has a long leg that can be lowered to the seabed. Okay, as we can say that it is a bottom supported, so everything has to be supported by the seabed. Now the platform rig is lifted above the water surface. The platform of the Jacob rig is just above the water surface, and it can be movable in the sense the height of the Jacob rig can be you can move upwards as well as downward depending upon the depth of the water, right? Commonly used in the shallow offshore water. Now this there is a further classification is that the type of Jacob rig is now self-contained Jacob rig and the tender Jacob rig, right? Contain all the drilling equipment, power unit and accommodation on the rig floor. So this is the self-contained content Jacob rig that contain everything, drilling equipment, power drive equipment, everything on the shelf, right? No external supporting vessel is required for this type of Jacob rig. Now coming to the tender rigs Jacob, some equipments and live facility are placed on the separate supporting vessel tender and reduce the weight of the carry by the Jacob rig, right? These are the types of. Now coming to the next, the floated one, as I discussed, this is the semi-submersible rig and the drill ship rig. So floated rig means just the they are not bottom supported as they are written over there. The rig is floated on the water and used for the deeper water, right? The floated used point tool to submerge below the water surface, very stable in the rough sea area condition and used in the deep and the ultra deep water. So the maybe the question they will ask that the maybe so for a deeper well what type of rig we are going to use in the offshore. So you can say that the semi submersible rig. Okay, now next one is the drill ship rig, a ship specially designed for a drilling, highly high, highly mobile and can be travel between the one location under to another location. Its own power, right? Used in the various very deep water and drilling operations. So these are the classification of rig as I discussed. Now let's go to the another slides so that we can understand this thing in more details. Now coming to the land rig, right? So this is the my objective. This is not my objective, we can say this is the objective of our course, right? We have to focus on this land type of rigs, like so these rigs are classified into the three types mainly. The three types. First one is the conventional rig, second one is the mobile rig, and the another classification is based on the capacity based classifications. I will discuss this thing one by one, so don't worry about, because this is our agenda for this drilling engineering technology, right? So coming to the next conventional rig, this rig is basically permanent rig that is installed on the surface, right? As it is written over here, the large and the parameter structure require more time to transport and the install used for the deep and the longer duration of time. So this rig, the conventional rig, is not movable rig. Rig is not movable rig. It is a this type of rig structure is set up on on the surface, right? And it's take a longer time to install this type of rig, and it is used for the basically for a, when you want to drill the deeper well, right? So this is all about the conventional rig, right? The another type of rig is like mobile rig. As the name suggests, is mobile rig means you can say it is easily movable from one place to another place. This is nothing but the Jacob rig and the portable mast rig, right? So mast is raised using the Jacob knife mechanism and the faster rig up and rig down, and commonly used for the medium depth and the, so these type of rig, the coming to Jacob knife rig is height of the rig can easily adjusted using the mechanism. They are saying that using this mechanism, and let's suppose if you want to raise your height of the rig, you can easily raise. If you want to lower the height of the rig, you can easily lower, and commonly used for the medium depth. This is not suitable for the, if you want to drill the well depth of size 10,000 feet or 12,000 feet or 20,000 feet, right? So this is all about the Jacob rig. Now next one is the portable mast rig, right? It is lightweight, as name suggests, portable. Portable means like we usually say that this device is very portable. Portable means you can move anywhere, right? Lightweight and easy to transport. Lightweight and the easy to transport, and mast can be assembled and disassembled quickly. Means you can easily install or you can easily dismantle. You can easily remove the things. Ideal for the remote location. Ideal for the remote location means, what does it means? This means is basically where the location where you you cannot install the conventional rig, or there the transportation facility is not good, or the like electricity is not there, and the water, proper water supply is not there. So that in that case you can usually use portable mast type of rig. Now so this is the based on the conventional as the mobile rig. The next one is the based on the capacity based classification, based on the power, hook load, and the drilling depth. So if you are going to classify it, this is the light duty rig and the medium duty rig and the heavy duty rig. So as suggested that the light one, depth capacity up to 6,000 feet. If you want to drill the depth of a 6,000 feet, so you can use the this type of rig, right? Lower horsepower and hook load means, if you, the load on the hook is very less, and if you don't have that much of a electricity or power, you can go through this rig. Used for the shallow well, water well, and house workover rig. So then maybe the question will ask, what type of rig is used for the workover rig? In that case you can based on the capacity you can tick the light duty rig. Now the medium duty rig is having a depth of greater than the 6,000 to the 12,000 feet, moderate horsepower and the hook load means, the when the hook load and the hook load and the power is required is medium in the sense ki moderate, right? In that case you can use medium duty type of rig, and use for the medium depth oil and gas well. So this is the another point you need to remember that. Now the next one is the heavy duty rig. Depth capacity greater than the 10,000 12,000 feet. If you want to drill the well above than the 12,000 feet, above than the 12,000 feet, you can go through this heavy duty rig. So higher power and hook loads. So in this case, as the name suggests, heavy duty rigs means you required higher power. Means I will discuss in the power drive system also how many types of engine is going to use, so don't worry about it. So higher power required, and use for the deeper or high pressure ultra deeper well. So this is all about the land classification rig. Key point how you're going to remember this thing. So land, as the name suggests, the land rig operate on the land, okay, based on the design and the mobile, conventional and the mobile, based on the capacity, light, medium duty, and the capacity depend upon the horsepower, hooks, and the drilling depth. So dear student, if you liking my content of this subject, please like and subscribe to my channel. So now moving to the next slide, which is further more important. Okay, so yeah, so as whatever I have discussed in that previous slides, that is same thing written in the language form. Earlier or in the PPT forms, same thing is written in the language form, right? So platform rig, I have classified the rig which is supported by the seabed, as all the things whatever I have wrote in previously, which is same thing in the written form. You can easily go through this thing, you will understand. If you have any doubt, you can comment it. I will make another video for you people if you comment it. Thank you. Now let's go to the next thing. So if you want to understand this thing, yeah, So now the summary of all the rig types, all the rig types. So what how can you this. So as I discussed, we have two types of rig, like offshore rig and land rig. Offshore basically called marine rig. So types of rig, as I discussed, this is platform type, birch type, jacob type, self-contained type, tender type, semi-submersible, drill ship, and these three are the land rig, right? So don't. Main feature: fixed structure, floatable berth, large application, offshore production, means offshore production swap, and the shallow water. So if you read it, there is nothing to discuss about it. If you tell me, then I will discuss, go through same thing what I have explained earlier, the same thing written over here. So yeah, so they see the conventional well, a large land rig, right, deeper, and the shallow floated, means the mobile land rig. So these are the all the things I have already discussed. So yeah, let's move to the next slide, right? So next slide is very very important according to me, as I'm. So yeah, this from, if you are a, if you are a petroleum engineer, na, you have to know these six main component of a rotatory rig system, right? Six main rotatory component of the rig system. What are this rig system? I will going to explain these things in detail. So if you're liking, if you think that this content is useful for you people, please subscribe, share with your friend, and also comment so that I can help. That your comment will motivate me. Thank you. So now, main component of the rotatory rig system, right? So main component of the rotatory rig system. So the rotatory rig system, rig work as a integral system where each component play a vital role. Each component play a vital role. So remember this thing. Each component, they are talking about the each component. We are going to discuss what are the component. This is, if you are able to understand these six component: rotatory system, hosting system, circulating system, so I will give you the guarantee that you are going to score a good marks in the drilling engineering, because all the drilling system I'm talking about, particularly drilling system, depend upon these six system, right? If you are able to understand this thing, because this is the basic and the fundamental thing of a drilling engineering, that you are going to understand in this lecture or upcoming lecture. So don't worry about it. I will explain each and everything in detail, even those small parts of each and every component I am going to discuss. That is, you will not going to find anywhere. Maybe you will find in the book, but I think there is no any no channel or no source has talked about this thing. So let's discuss about that particular things. The first system we are talking about the rotatory system, right? First system we are going to talk about the rotatory system. The second system is the hosting system. The next one is the, sorry, second system is the power drive. Then the third one is the hosting system. Fourth one is the well control circulating system. And is this naming is just randomly. It is not about that you have to remember 1 2 3 4 5. So this system you need to remember. It is, this is the this name 1 2 3 4 5 is the just random, right? So let's discuss about the how rig look like. Like as the center, at the center you will find that there is a, this, let me change the color so that you can understand. Okay, I think it is maybe visible. Let me make it thicker. I don't think so it is visible. Okay, this side, this is what it is called. This is called substructure, right? This bottom part is called substructure. This bottom part is called substructure, right? Now, and this thing is called rig floor. This thing is called rig floor. And these all three vertical, this is called derrick. Derrick, sometimes they call mast, sometimes call mobile, portable, right? And this is called crown block over here. This is called crown block. This system is this particular place is called monkey board, right? And this the here this the white boxes are, you can observe that this is called dog house. Yeah, dog house, right? So there are many picture we are going to talk about. So these are the random overview I am giving about the rig system, how the system is look like, right? How the rig system is look like. So let's move to the another. Let's talk some basic things about this all the four system, right? Let's discuss one by one, right? The first one is a rotatory system, right? So so let's talk about the first one. We required power drive system or rotatory system. Yeah. So the first one is the rotatory system, right? To perform the drilling operation, we required a rotation, right? Even though if you want to drill into the wall, it requires rotation. So how you are going to give the rotation? Using a power, right? So so you required power also, right? So to provide the rotation motion to the drill sting. This is the basic function of the and it include rotatory table, top drive system, Kelly, drill pipe, drill collar. We will discuss this thing in the details, so don't worry about it. Okay, just right now, just you need to think about it. Well, these are the things. Now, power drive system, just it is just like a what do you call, whole and soul of the rig system. Without power, no, you cannot drill a single inch of the drilling. You cannot perform the drilling operation without the power there. So basic function is to supply the power to all the equipment. We will talk about the what are the equipment that require the power, that include engine, generator or transmission system. So these are the things component, right? Next one is the hosting system. As the whole name suggests, hosting system, basic function of this hosting system is rising and the lowering of any equipment inside the wellbore. Rising and the lowering of any equipment inside the wellbore, right? That includes, so what are the components? They includes draw works, crown block, traveling block, hook and the wire. So we will discuss, so don't worry about, just right now, just you need to remember or just keep this thing in the mind, right? Now next thing is a well monitoring equipment. What does it mean of the well monitoring system, right? So you are performing the task, right? Drilling, you are doing the drilling operation, it is a task. So who is going to monitor? There some system will be that they are going to monitor that you are performing the operation in good way or not, or you are uh, you are reaching the particular target depth or not, or you are hitting the target or not, or any fluctuation in the power, any fluctuation in the hosting system. So that are the things are going to monitor in the well monitoring equipments, right? So the monitoring drilling parameter and the well condition includes gas, master, sensor, recorder, and instrument, right? So yeah, now next one and the most important one, the circulating system. Oh my god, this is the backbone. This is just like a blood that flowing in a human body. Same thing is circulating system, right? So circulating system circulate the drilling fluid, which is also known as mud, through which the drilling string back to the surface, right? Through the drill string to the surface. Include mud pump. We will talk about the what are the types of mud pump, mud tank, suction, and the discharge line. So these are the things we are going to discuss. Next one is the well control system. This is the separate chapter. Well control is that, but we are going to understand the overview of this particular things. The first one is the preventing an uncontrolled flow of a formation fluid, include blowout, prevent BOP, chalk. So these are the things that includes. So all these system work together to ensure safe, efficient, and successful drilling operation, right? So these all the six component of a component of rotatory rig system, they can work together. Remember this word together. If any of these things are fail, we cannot perform the drilling operation in an efficient way or in a successful drilling operation, right? So yeah, so let's discuss some bottom things. Drill bit, yeah, drill bit, the function of drill bit to rotate, so mud circulation, then the hosting system, then the power system, monitoring system, and the well control system. This is all about this thing we are talking about. This is all about for today's lecture. Thank you.